I'm out here chilling, and guess who decides to stroll up on me? A group of ducks. So I thought I'd speak on ducks and boxing, sport of boxing, and just speak on some of these topics that's been on my mind while I'm here. I wanted to start out by saying, shout out to my boxing subscribers. I did I gave my thoughts on Stephen Fulton getting his ass kicked recently versus Shocky Foster. He was talking all this mess about what he was gonna do, and got exposed, man. Missed weight. I blame him for not being disciplined. He fought like a hoe. He got outboxed, man. Got shut out. And I wanted to flame him a little further because, that's been the one thing in the sport where we got to have a no tolerance for it. If you're going to talk the talk, you have to be professional, you have to be disciplined, and you have to put up a better effort. You can't show up to all these podcasts promoting the fight, and then you get to fight night and get your ass kicked, man, 12-0. And then I wanted to segue by flaming Stephen Fulton to this WBC shit briefly, my boxing subscribers, because it's a time period now where more people are aware and they are flaming this WBC. Some people are defending it, and I almost put in my chat, my title, Greed Defenders, because all we've seen from this WBC organization is an organization that is ran by a president that is greedy. He wants the money, and he wants all of the food that he can eat off the money that he's getting off these athletes. And I ain't nobody, in the sense of, I'm just one particular voice of a fan. But if enough people speak up, then you bring the awareness to the injustice and the discrimination that's taking place in the sport. Because when you're watching anything that you're watching, whether it's football, whether it's basketball, whether it's boxing, whatever, it's a situation where, like, you want to see a fair situation. You want to see a fair matchup. You don't want to see... What's up, Autumn X? What's good, man? Double tap the screen. Thank you for pulling up. Hopefully you having a good day and enjoying the view. But, whatever you are being entertained by, you don't want to see cheating going on. You don't want to see something rigged or someone that's not even relevant to what you're watching getting in the way and taking over. Like Mauricio Suleiman, the president of WBC, the biggest thing out of all of this, well, not the biggest thing, but one of the biggest things is that nobody cares about you in the sense of the event between Crawford and Canelo. Nobody cared about Mauricio. We only cared about Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez because they were entertaining the boxing fans. And people paid money to see them. Not Mauricio in the WBC. But you got people that are thirsty. Yeah, Automex, I agree, man. I think discrimination should stop. So, when you're speaking on it, it don't matter what group or what category, discrimination just sucks, And so the sport that I watch, I speak up on it, boxing frequently, because that's one of the things that annoys me, man, is the discrimination that takes place, and it's clear, and it's at the point now to where it's like, what's understood ain't even got to be talked about. Some of us been saying it so long, and now it's clear as day to see, clear as this beautiful day to see the envious people. It's clear as day to see the greedy people. It's clear as day to see the corrupt, opportunist people. It's clear as day to see these type of people nowadays, man. You know, I don't know what it is nowadays, but it's just really becoming a lot more clear to see who's real, who's fake. Who's good, who's bad. you know, the veil is coming up, man. You know, so yeah, man. Like I say on this side of the street, flame of shame to anybody that moves like that discriminates and just can't accept whatever it is, the result of the situation. If your favorite team, no matter what sport it is, if your favorite team lose and it's fair and square, accept it. Especially when the team that loses admits that they got their ass kicked, but admits that just, hey, look, man, they was a better team. It's always the emotional man fans or the people that were so emotionally invested into the event that make up conspiracy theories and try to take away from the glory of the event. And that's all that took place. Natasha Robinson, shout out and salute to you. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you pulling up. Just wanted to give y'all a little bit of a view while I'm observing these ducks. I don't trust these ducks. I got to keep a close eye on them. A few of them was right next to me, and I got a little nervous. But they moved around. And I keep them at bay, from a distance and shit. Let's see if I can zoom in. They over there. Some people over there fishing. Nice cool day. We got about 72 degrees temperature. Beautiful day. And ducks move in packs. You see them? They move in packs. Speaking of ducks, I knew it was a reason why I came here. And I knew why these ducks was going to give me content. Once again, to my boxing fans, what is the deal with Rolly Romero? I've heard so many years, that these people disrespect and try to drag Devin Haney. But when I tell you that when there's an opportunity, when this guy pulls up, why do these dudes be scrambling and ducking, man? Yet they got so much to say about a guy who's willing to face everybody. He's willing to accept whatever the Ring magazine decides to anoint as number 2 or whatever. Because I think Devin Haney is probably considered number 1 at welterweight at this point. But what is up with Rolly Romero, man? This man has called you out. You've been at welterweight. You just had a good performance versus the guy who beat Devin Haney. Of course, he cheated in Ryan Garcia, but that is the perfect build-up. Ryan gets the corrupt nod from the WBC to get the Mario Barrios fight, to fight for a world championship after doing nothing, jack shit. So, being that he's going after Barrios, Rolly Romero, this will be the perfect opportunity for you to get your goofy looking ass in the ring with Devin Haney. This is the same guy that talked shit for years. And I'm sick of these dudes using this boring narrative. Oh, this guy is boring. This guy is boring. Didn't Brian Norman say that? Wasn't he talking shit about Devin Haney? And I seen an image, man, of him in the corner, man. Nose bloody, mouth busted, and his dad was like, God damn. I almost forgot the cameras was on him. He was so goddamn shocked to see his son fucked up in that corner. This is the same guy that y'all say is chinny and can't punch, but had Brian Norman looking like a bully school kid. Yeah, I'm gonna need y'all to shut up about this Devin Haney shit, man. Really though. And of all people, Rolly Romero, man, you need to be slapped on sight, bro. On sight. I don't know what it is. As soon as like Devin Haney beat Brian Norman, matter of fact, it was before that. He was trying to change his tune and have different energy. Like, I think Devin Haney, they should definitely have their rematch. His rematch for the Ryan. Why are you not interested in getting paid, man? I know it's gonna be your biggest payday. You know, I know your goofy ass got bills, and you will get hella bragging rights, man, hella props to defeat Devin Haney. But instead, now you want to be a little choir boy now. Now you want to be in the cut. I guess you're gonna start doing a little slick commentary when Max Kellerman and them shit in them. I'm gonna do a topic on that shit because I see what they're doing with the Max and the, I forgot whatever show that is, but that's a different topic. But anyway, man. Like I said before, speaking of ducks, Rolly, you are close to getting thrown into that fruitcake category, man. Fruitcake category, man. Sensory behavior to duck a man who can't punch and who can't take a punch. So, a lot of these guys is running out of options. They running out of excuses to throw hands, man. That's all I'm noticing. Is dudes just running out of excuses to get in the ring and fight someone who is willing to fight you and is backed by the richest dude in boxing. The ducking is at an all-time high, man. I'm gonna need somebody to raise their hand. Shut up Bill Haney and Devin Haney. People got all this animosity, and I seen a little bit of the press conference with Teofimo Lopez, my boxing subscribers, and his fight coming up with Shakur Stevenson. I'm really appalled. I'm shocked that this man is really about to get in there with Shakur. I really still don't believe it. I'm not gonna even do no prediction video on none of that shit. Because I don't even think the fight's gonna happen. I think T.O.'s gonna find a way to pull out. That's where I stand on it. Until the fight happens, that's where I stand. T.O. is not gonna get in there with Shakur. We'll see. If he do, he's gonna get fucked up. But we'll see. But yeah, man, ducking is still going on in boxing when it's major paydays, major checks to be cashed. Dudes just want to troll. They want to get online and they want to tweet or get on X or whatever y'all call the shit now. Typing ass gangbangers, man. That's what this shit didn't turn into, man. Motherfuckers is not outside no more. They inside. Typing and shit. Roller, you didn't turn to one of them typing ass dudes, man, at this point. And T.O., you a sissy, man. I understand people say shit for promo, but that gay shit you said to Shakur Stevenson, bro, man, look, let's forget it. Forget it. I don't even want to even elaborate on that shit, man. There's some things you just should never say. And it's just certain people in the world, man, that go too far for attention, man. Go too far. And I don't know what be going through people's head. I don't know if they be nervous. I don't know what it is, man. But it's been a whole lot of sensory ass behavior taking place. What's good, Bruce Gas? One of my subs right there, man. Shout out to Bruce Gas in the building, man. Hey, man, shout out to the ones that caught the playback on this glorious Wednesday. Hopefully you get outside and get some air for some good weather where you at. If it's snowing, stay your ass in the house. Fireplace Promotions. and get some soup, thermometer or something, man. Yeah, man, y'all stay safe. One love, man. Black Horseman.